Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to go into the deep dark depths of PokeInvesting. And did you know there's a separate subreddit called Pokemon Investing? So there's PokeInvesting, I think is the OG. Let me double check that. Yeah, I believe PokeInvesting is the OG with 576,000 people that join the subreddit. And the other one, Pokemon Investing, has 200,000. So definitely not the OG, but I noticed very similar topics. Some are actually very different. So we'll go through both, get some variety going for today. Hope you enjoy. I need to sell part of my collection, but having a hard time deciding what to sell. So this is a good post. I feel like it's a good post. Let's read what OP says, and we'll decide from there. Need to free up about 4,000 euros. I think that's euros, not pounds. I don't know. From my collection to cover some upcoming bills. Not ideal, but is what it is. I'm trying to be smart about what I let go. It feels like 151 and Ascended have already had their run for now, so it seems the safest things to offload without too much FOMO, hoping that if I do miss anything, I can buy back in later without the market running away. Curious how others approach this. Do you sell the peak stuff first or things you're least attached to? Called it. This is a good post. All right, without seeing, all right, let's look at the other stuff here. All right, he's got ETBs, regular ETBs, celebrations, ETBs. It's tough, man. Without knowing how much you actually spent on these things, I can't tell you what to sell, and you need 4,000 money units. In my personal opinion, I don't think Ascended nor 151, well, maybe 151 has definitely had a good run. For right now, it's got plenty more room to grow, in my personal opinion. I personally would probably offload the slower stuff. The stuff that if you were to get the same amount of time from now for in 1 year, so let's say you got Darkness Ablaze ETB right there, and you got yourself Prismatic Evolution ETB. If you got a Prismatic Evolution ETB and a Darkness Ablaze ETB, and you look at it from 1 year, 2 years, 5 years from now, I'm pretty sure Prismatic is going to grow way faster than Darkness Ablaze. Darkness Ablaze has, the Charizard, VMAX, but you got Prismatic with some of the biggest bangers in a God pack you could ever get. My personal opinion, sell the slower stuff. So looking at your page, I'd probably sell the tin. I'd probably sell the Surging Sparks Costco bundle. I'd probably sell the Pikachu VMAX, even though it's Crown Zenith. Crown Zenith is pretty good. Probably sell your Crown Zenith sealed right now. Give you bang for the buck because you have others that can make up for it. Let's see. Scroll back more. Definitely, I would keep Destined Rivals. I would sell Twilight Masquerade. I would sell... I would keep Phantasma. I would keep the SPC, UPC. I would keep everything on your first page here. Your top gainers are probably going to continue its momentum. Maybe sell some of the singles. Singles are at an all-time high. We all know singles are more volatile compared to sealed through time, and it all depends on the timing. I probably wouldn't sell your special delivery Charizard. I think that has way more room to grow. Probably not this time. Probably miss the boat this time around and start there. If you do have to sell some of your big bangers, it's tough. I would do whatever you can. I would get another job. I would start, a side hustle or whatever. Do things you're probably not so proud of to make that 4,000 money units that you need so you don't have to sell this stuff, because I'm pretty damn sure you're going to regret it in the future. So whatever you do, don't sell your big bangers. I've made that mistake before. I'm sure other collectors have made that mistake before by selling some of their banger sealed product or banger singles and then look back in the future and be like, damn, why'd I do that? How come I didn't get that 5th job? Man, how come I didn't get that paper route or whatever adults do these days, right? So that's my answer. Let's see what other people have to say. Sell everything that isn't a booster box, ETP, UPC, SBC, booster bundle. Then if you still need money, start over with the booster bundles. Hold on to the 151 as long as you possibly can. My man or woman right there. We're on the same wavelength there. I've had a friend in a similar spot, and I'll advise you what I advised him. I would sell what you think has the least long-term potential and pay off all the bills as needed. That's the term. 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, same time range, long-term potential. LTP, baby. You got to look for that LTP on all your stuff. All right. Keep the special delivery Charizard, especially if they're sealed. All of mine are not sealed, but it's okay. I don't plan on selling that stuff anyways. Man, remember those times when you could actually get a Pokemon Center promo without like murdering yourself and calling off sick and being sitting at your computer and spamming the shit out of it? I can't even imagine if you're botting. Like, good for you. I hate you. There's a special place in hell next to the pedophiles and child rapists for all you botters and scammers, not scammers, scalpers out there. What are your top 5 girls to invest in right now? I'm not a big singles guy, but let's see what people have to say. He's got himself the Pikachu looking back, the Brilliant Stars. Is that Brilliant Stars? Oh, that's the Ultra Premium Collection promo for whatever reason. Brilliant Stars is the one where he's fighting Venusaur. Oh, man. You can't go wrong with the Pikachu looking back. And you got yourself a black label there. So you're doing pretty good with that. I would say the ponchos. Ponchos are definitely grails. In my personal opinion, if I could get them, I would get the ponchos. I would also like the Munch series, the Scream. Those are fantastic. Love those cards. So unique. Other bangers, other grails. I really like the Gold Stars. Hate me for it. Call me boring, unimaginative, whatever. I think they're super cool. Gold Stars, shinies, real great cards. Every CZ, Galarian, Gallery, Chase I could get my hands on. Without looking at TCG Player, I think they're still highly affordable. Fantastic cards. If you haven't mastered CZ yet, definitely do it. Pikachu Gengar from the Chinese exclusives. Totally, if you could get your hands on it. I would say get the Mew, the simplified Chinese exclusive. They're like $12,000 if you could even find it. I think there's only 1,500, 100 of them. 1,500, 100? What the hell am I saying? 1,510, I believe. Or something crazy like that they're only going to make. If you could get that, get in a PSA 10, probably pay off your mortgage 10 years from now. I also love my personal grail, because I have a copy, was the M Sachiko EX. There's only 100 of them ever made, and it was for the 20th anniversary. You had to go win a lottery in Japan and attend the concert to get these cards. I don't think a lot of people talk about it, but I really love weird, absurd Pokemon cards with people on it. Yes. Look at that lost porn, guys. I love... I feel bad for the guy, or dudette, or guyette. That's a realistic pull from opening a mess of packs. Realistically. I mean, you didn't do so bad. You got a lot of Vs and EXs. Where to sell world championship cards? I don't know. Where do you sell your cards typically? eBay, TCG Player. You could sell it on your front lawn like a lemonade stand and do whatever the hell you want. Are we living in a world? Okay, I need to stop myself. Let's just see what he has to say. Basically, nobody wants them on Facebook Marketplace, and I don't know how to use eBay. Maybe you should learn, especially if you're in the PokeInvesting subreddit. You should probably learn how to use eBay. Should I just sell to EB Games at 60%? Because I feel like local card stores wouldn't be interested either. Did you try your local card store? If they are as nerdy and geeky into Pokemon as I am, they might be interested for the right price. Let's see what this guy says. 1 minute ago. Are you talking about cards from the World Championship decks? I'd say sell on TCG Player before you go to any game shops. It's easy to do, and unless you sell cards that most people don't care about to most people who do. Great tip. eBay is also a great marketplace. It is a little bit more of a pain. TCG Player is easier. And when you're talking about the World Championship cards, Lucky NC has a great point. Those championship deck cards, they're not even playable. They have different backings on them. I think it's a very niche collector out there that would be buying these. If not, they would have just bought the whole freaking deck, man. If you're talking about championship cards, you'll definitely find a buyer out there. You're looking in the thousands for these mofos. Going to a card store in a couple of days, as I will be able to trade in a bunch of my cards for 80%, and I'm wondering what I should get with the store credit. I was thinking mostly prismatic or SPCs, if they have them, if there's anything that would be a good pick. You want my honest opinion right now in this market? Phantasmal Flames booster boxes. I think it's a good time to get more of them. If you haven't, the best Charizard ever printed is in that set, and it's at $400 a booster box. That's what I would be doing. I would probably skip Prismatic just because you have Ascended now, and yes, their Ascended is actually more expensive than Prismatic as of today at the end of May. And Prismatic ain't that great of a set, painful to open. Ascended, complete opposite. You have IRs, great pull rates, great art. You got a little bit of redeeming cards from Team Rocket, from Destined Rivals, from some of the sets just before it in Mega and in Phantasmal. You have another Charizard in there. I think I could be getting stuff mixed up right now. But that's what I would be getting sealed wise. I would get more Phantasmal. I would get more Destined Rivals, even at $600. I would get Ascended Heroes. I would skip Prismatic at this point. I would dump everything you have into those things. Let's see what Inevitable Bad 3979 has to say. Prismatic is the best choice right now in their opinion, if they have it, which is big. After that, I think Surging Sparks and Paldea Evolved are still good buys. I guess. I would say they're mid sets, to be honest. Speaking of mid sets, Chaos Rising. I think it's a mid set in comparison to everything else that's out there. Like if you compare it to Sword and Shield, it's a damn good set. But with all the other releases next to it, I think it's mid. All right, you got Pikachu with the gray felt hat. Ain't that a crazy run that card went through? Just picked up a PSA 10 felt hat and 5 PSA 10 copies of the EV 173 promo for $3,600. I know these are both up significant amount or recent, but couldn't help myself. Was this a good decision? I think if you're going to hold on to it for a very long time at that price, yes. I think it's a good move. Gray felt hat is going to stand the test of time, thanks to Van Gogh. I wonder if during the self-portrait of Van Gogh, he had his ear missing. And if that's the case, Pikachu's one of his ears should be missing. Wouldn't that be cool? Maybe a little too graphic for the kids these days. Let's filter to the hottest of hot topics. Why was Ascended Hero so immensely popular? It still is, my manette. It's only 5 months old, yet crazy popular that I counted at least 12 cards that go for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Was it the supply issue? I think it's multiple things. Yes, it's a supply issue, but I would like to argue, because Pokemon Company is printing the crap out of Ascended Heroes. It's no longer a supply issue, it's a distribution and access issue. And I've said this before on my previous videos. The distribution model needs to change. Since everything is so focused on a few sandbox retailers, and a lot of them do deals online where a lot of their inventory is dispatched and sold online, people are going around all of the checks and balances by botting. And with that, that created an artificial floor where you and I can no longer get things at MSRP. So until that distribution model changes, we're going to be stuck paying this artificial floor until it can go back to normal. And what I suggest normal would be in the current situation is go back to the LGSs. If you're listening distributors and Pokemon, you need to go back to the distribution model where you flood the market through multiple different avenues. Because if you stick to these 8 retailers, Best Buy, GameStop, Target, Walmart, Costco, Sam's Club, all of these can get botted. But if you go back to a million different stores where distributors handle thousands of accounts, it's going to be a lot harder for botters to be able to figure out each website, each pricing model, or whatever mechanism these LGSs do to keep botters out, because they're on our side. I feel like the majority of LGSs out there do what they can to keep out scalpers, whether that's cutting the seal, whether that is going to regular events and that's how you gain access. They create some sort of barrier where it's no longer a bot that gains you entry. It is actual effort and fandom and people who give a crap that are able to get this stuff. That's just me, but until I'm president and CEO of Pokemon, I can't make that change, right? They went to the magic model where, if you guys remember 4 years ago, MTG, Hasbro, Wizards of the Coast, whatever, right? Whatever parent company you want to say, the Wizards of the Coast company went to a distribution where they flooded Amazon with a lot of their leftover product. And they realized, hey, we could actually make a larger margin if we sell directly to a retailer versus a distributor, and the distributor takes a cut. So Pokemon kind of took that and leaned towards that model as well. And here we are where your regular fans can't get it, and you created this artificial scarcity and artificial floor for access of these cards. Rant over. I'm going to stop. Let's see what other people say here. A mix of low supply, high demand, and is just being a fantastic set. Yes, I completely forgot that it is a banger set, better than Prismatic. It is the best set ever printed in Pokemon as of today. Also, with the 30th anniversary, the high demand. Tons of people are into this now. People are paying those inflated prices, keeping the scalper market alive. There are so many great cards from popular Pokemon and awesome art. A card like Lily's Clefairy EX is a great mix of different things. And I'm like, and that's only like the 10th most valuable card. Can't speak today. But yes, I totally agree. What's this person have to say? Tons of chases. Check. Remakes from previous sets and new cards. Check. Chases from different gens. Check. Not too many unpopular human characters as SIRs a la Prismatic. Check. You hit it right on, Cargilelo. Harder pull rates, more SIRs means it's harder to pull in specific SIRs. Tons of IR. No booster boxes, so to open the same amount, you would need 6 bundles. More difficult to open from one session. I do not think it is a normal schedule. It would have changed things at the end. It would be the same amount of product available currently, just not from the beginning. Don't forget God packs. Thankfully, God packs are only in specialty sets. Can you imagine God packs in every single release? Gamblers would lose their minds. I don't even know how gamblers these days maintain all of this. Spending all these money units and whatnot. So many cards with a decent pull. Anyways, you get my point. I think we kind of beat that horse to death now. All right. Now let's go into Pokemon investing. This is the best Charizard in years, and it's not even close. You damn right it's not close. Like what I said before, I'd buy Phantasmal Flames out the yin yang for this. $400 a booster box. Destined Rivals is $600. Compared to the two, get Phantasmal, guys. One card can make a difference, and we've seen that through time. It's the only way you're going to get the card. Then you get the box. Get the pack. Get the booster packs. That's the only way you're going to get them. What do y'all think about this card? Oh, that's a cute card. In 2025 Pokemon Japanese Influencers. That's a cool card. I might start getting that in the collection. I don't even know what that is. No one's commented. Oh my god. Just seen this card. Thinking about buying this one. Got Charizard and Pikachu in it, but it isn't hollow or anything. Dude, I'd fucking get a few copies of this. It is such the epitome of us Pokemon nerds. I think it's great. I don't know about long-term value. JC0900G or whatever the heck your tag is, your name. JC09G. Just get it, man. I love this card. This card looks amazing. I might get a couple. This is just so cool. This is the epitome. Like, I might just get hundreds of these and just give them away to other Pokemon nerds because it is such a cool card, guys. You got to do it. All right. Is this a good trade? Bad trade? Pokemon Center. Phantasmal Flames. Eek. I'm telling you, Pokemon Investing subreddit is what Pokemon Investing subreddit's better than PokeInvesting in my opinion. Actually has better posts than stupid. Should I grade? Should I not? Is this worth it? Should I trade? Whatever. This one's, I feel like it's an interesting topic. My friend offered a trade back if not content with the Greninja for his Phantasmal. Right now, yeah, I would give away the Greninja for the Phantasmal Flames PC ETB. That thing is going to go up in value. And Greninja, it's still new. There's a chance it's going to go down. I don't think this set is going to go as hot as Ascended Heroes with their top chases. Whereas typically a set release, the singles will drop in the few months after release, but in this case, it's what I think to be a mid-set, beautiful Greninja. Don't get me wrong. I would say it's a 50-50 chance this Greninja is going to go down in price in the next few months. Phantasmal Flames PC ETB? It ain't going down. You got to be smoking the good shit if you think that stuff is going to go down. A PC ETB of Phantasmal Flames. Let's see what other people have to say. I wouldn't, TBH. This person wouldn't. Maybe they got it mixed up. ETB will be worth more long term, but you could sell the Greninja right now and buy one with the extra left. Okay, that's true. Dollar-wise, probably not worth it. But yeah, maybe sell it and buy yourself an ETB. I wouldn't unless he's putting 100 on top. Plus, even then, giving up the chase card for this set, I'd keep it in my opinion. The Pokemon Center ETB would be worth loads more than the Greninja long term. Yes. Horrible trade. Don't do it. Yeah. Current value. Maybe throw some money on top. Might be do it. Might be good for it. Very bad. PC ETB every time. I think the OP needs to put a little bit more detail. If that's a straight trade or are they going to throw anything on top. You could also see a pile of cards under there. So does that mean he's getting some of this with the ETB to balance it out? I'm not sure. Ooh, complete 15th anniversary box. That is awesome. This guy collects. This guy gets it. Or guyette. That's got to be worth a pretty penny. I've had this since 2013. Came out in Japan. Never seen a listing anywhere. First post. How much is this thing these days? One sold the other day for, what was that, 37,000? 32,000 for a sealed one. I think you know the answer, man. That's cool. I mean, he didn't even really ask a question. It says, am I the only one with a complete anniversary box? I think he's flexing, which is cool. We love seeing cool stuff like this. Good for you. That is some intestinal fortitude, brass balls, holding on, diamond hands action right there, holding on to that Pokemon Center 15th anniversary box. That is true collecting right there. $32,000. Ooh, can you imagine you had 10 of those mofos? I quit my job. All right, guys, starting to run out of time. That's it for this time around. We're going to do more of these. I always find these enjoyable. It gives, it's its own content, right? You guys come out with some great topics to talk about. I love to give my opinion, see other people's opinion, and kind of catalog what we say and think in a video form, even though we have Reddit. Kind of like doing the same thing, right? But whatever. Hope you had fun. Catch you guys next time.